Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Conquest video. So in this one I'll be showing you footage from my smaller account where I did finish playing through the Conquest, so now I just have to go back that I do have all the discs equipped just to see like what I can get done with my low gear units. And as always with these low gear guys, it will really depend on what discs you were able to collect. Unfortunately I didn't have the best of luck. While I did get a good chunk of Zealous Ambition, I literally had no weak spot or weak point discs in my path, which kind of made some of these feats a bit more challenging because I was limited to just, nuking out enemies using support units with AoEs. Obviously with weak spot I would be able to show you different kind of teams as well. Like unfortunately the team I've been heavily relying on this account was more Mandalorian SWAT and then add X character for those low gear survive feats. However, without big spot, my relic free Mandalorians were just not doing enough damage, unfortunately. So this is what I'll be rocking to begin with for the majority of this video. Whenever towards the end of the video for some of the feats I had to change these discs, I'll again highlight them. But for now, until further notice, we are rocking 3 Zealous Ambition discs and Fortified for survivability, Entrenched, and then also Vitality for survivability, but also getting more health. It feeds more offense to the Zealous Ambition discs. So any kind of high relics support unit or healer will be nuking out folks. Alright, so we'll just kind of start here in Sector 1 and then making our way up. So as always with these guides, I'll be trying to get these feats done on the Datacron nodes because one, you earn Datacron material in the process, but most importantly two, if I would do on any other node, those are random, but boss nodes and Datacron nodes we all have the same, hoping that you can replicate this rather than just showing you going versus a Hux squad that maybe you don't have it in your path. So that's what we're doing. Datacron nodes here, Bad Batch. These guys are luckily very slow, and we'll be doing first the Brutus feat in Sector 1. Now all these Imperial Troopers, they are support, so they do love their Zealous Ambition discs. They're very fast. Anyways, you also get 20 speed extra as well from Veer's leadership, and you just nuke out these guys. I mean, Terminator trains flowing, because you can see Zealous Ambition disc really juicing up the offense on these guys. So very quickly, easily getting this one. Another global feat with the dark side clones. Now because this time we do have to have 4 dark side clones, I'll just be using Tarkin lead here. Tarkin himself gains 30 speed from leadership, and as long as you got semi-decent speed set on him, which now most of us do because of the raid, he will go first. You're just gonna go ahead, unload his AoE, and because Zealous Ambition discs, these guys get nuked. Let's move over to Sector 2. Things get a bit trickier from here on out because we don't have a slow Bad Batch squad as we do in Sector 1 on Datacron node. This is gonna be versus these guys. While they are AoEs from base and as well as Pathfinder, they're tanks, so their AoEs then don't do a whole lot of damage. So as long as we can keep the rest of the guys under control, we should be good. And that's why we are utilizing a Malak in here. And Radis will do the nuking. So let's just go ahead. As you can see, these guys, the Silvo and as well as what's his name, Vane, are at gear 8 3 stars. Put a tank tech over on Malak, and because I got Entrench equipped in this case, then he gets a taunt on him. Then I'm gonna go ahead put weapon tech over on Radis. So then, when he defeats Pathfinder, Pathfinder is not coming back. So that's how I'm able to farm their Vane as well as Silvo feat. Also worth mentioning going forward, while you could utilize what Malak for every single survivor feat, I'll try to use different teams across these just to help out obviously with the managing of stamina, but you can mix and match the nuke squads with whatever survival feat you need to do. Now we are moving on to Sector 3, where we have SM33 feat. Now, unfortunately, I do not have an SM33 in this account, but if you would have, and your pirates are bad, you just have an SM33 unlocked, maybe you didn't even gear him up because you don't have the rest of the pirates, One way to do this is by using just a full droid lineup. So what you want to do is throw BB-8 in there. That it will now give us extra 40% per meter at the start for everybody, and this is the speed of sortie at 259. And then you just go ahead, use her AoE. I don't even have all the ability, I don't have her AoE maxed out, but it was still enough. Once she gets a turn, she just nukes out the entire Night Sister squad and they go bye-bye. So let's just pretend for them there was SM33. Moving on to Sector 4 now, so this is where we need to win with Quiggold surviving. Geo's very annoying to deal with, and luckily, you know, again, 3-star Gear 8 Quiggold, quite tanky. They've got only one AoE, Geos, so as long as your Quiggold can survive the opening AoE from Geo Brood Alpha, then the rest should be easy. Again, you could utilize here Malak, right, with Entrenched, and get these guys under control that way. Or as mentioned before, if they have weak spot or weak point discs with more Mandalorians and they can be a good choice. But again, I'm trying to diversify teams so just so you can manage your stamina better. John Skywalker with these guys is gonna be good. Gas is having a permataunt anyways. So what we'll want to do here is just whenever we can call Echo for the assist, because Echo is support and because of Zealous Ambition discs I have equipped, he's been doing nice damage. And then of course OG Rex himself is support. There we go, I'm just gonna go ahead. Definitely Geos are, I think, one of the most annoying teams on these data core nodes. Well, I guess Night Sisters are maybe a little bit more annoying, but they're the second most annoying data core node. Let's go ahead, juice up the turn meter. As you can see, AoE there from Echo doing some nice big damage. Let's go ahead and whack Sunfuck, get him out of here, and that should hopefully be the end of him. Okay, let's move over to the next one sector. So this is now Sector 5 already, where we have one of the feats, CX2, surviving. He's again low gear, 3-star. I do have him here actually at gear 9, so a little bit better, I guess. You just even with this, like, I had very bad RNG in terms of enemies in Sector 5, so I here had to settle for the data core node in Sector 5, where obviously Anakin Zeo is just gonna nuke everybody out. That's why I need to bring in Captain Han Solo so I can revive CX2 before I win the battle. Let me show you. So again, we're gonna utilize Entrenched and Malak. There we go. CX2 got nuked. That's okay. We're just gonna use basic here. Get Kenobi out. Again, Dash is support, so he should be doing some big damage. Let's see if we can get Anakin stunned. That's good. Let's go ahead and put weapon tech on Captain Han, so he's getting a lot of turns. And I will just keep working. So the goal here is get rid of Kenobi, then get rid of Anakin, get rid of as well Yoda, because they've got, the two of them have AoEs, and Kenobi is going to be annoying with hit taunts anyway. And once you get rid of the AoEs, then you can bring back CX2, just revive him there with Captain Han. The reason why I revived, because I had fear on Anakin, and then I was able to line it up and dash nuking out. A bit tricky with a low gear CX2, but you know, you can utilize the Captain Han revive to your advantage and get it done that way. All right, so now here we're gonna have to a little bit change our disc setup, because we are still in Sector 5 and pirates. Now my pirates are not that great, so they will not benefit from Zealous Ambition discs. The only relic pirate I have is Nest. And again, no, Nest would love weak spot, right? She's constantly dishing out exposes, so she will ramp up her offense. But this is what I rocked with: fortified for obviously extra defense, stacking fervor, so at least we're stacking some offense whenever Nest counterattacks. Protection shield is very nice for Nest, so she's constantly covering protection, which is critically hit. Leader's Resolve, so I'll be using Nest lead again, more offense, more survivability, more speed for Nest, and then finally Unshakable Focus for some stacking tenacity. Now this disc could be really good, but I don't know, is this intentional or they simply made a mistake, because whenever you resist a debuff, you gain tenacity. It should be opposite, like whenever they land a debuff on you, you gain tenacity, because like it's a bit funny. If you're already resisting, why you need extra tenacity, but we'll take every little bit of extra tenacity we can get in this one, because I had a really bad luck here in this account in Sector 5 teams. Whatever teams I had, they had something to stop Nest from soloing. Either they had stealth mechanics, turn meter, or like Mothma, they can't be countered. Rebels, same thing with Phoenix, they can't be countered. So just these kind of teams that either have daze, stun, healing immunity, some sort of debuffs that can't be resisted, that Nest, while they couldn't kill Nest never took a turn. So again, unfortunately, I had to settle for the Data Coron node here in Sector 5. A bit unfortunate, because annoyingly Anakin on his basic, he's landing healing immunity. That's why obviously I do have Nest modded for tenacity anyways. She's in the leading slot, and that's basically it. Everybody will die off quickly. I mean, I do have Hondo at gear 12, so he's kind of hanging around. I'm gonna say this: if you do have a relic type Hondo, then running Zealous Ambition Disc actually will help you out, because Hondo is support. So then he can help out with the damage. But at gear 12, even when I was doing Zealous Ambition Discs, he wasn't able to get a whole lot going. So the way I can get this done is, again, just using that focus disc that gives me stacking tenacity. So eventually these guys can't land a whole lot of debuffs on you. You get Kenobi out, you get Yoda out, because remember, their modifier does give them stacking damage, so eventually you could get one shot with Nest. And that's how we were able to knock it out. Definitely very tough and annoying. Like if I would get some other easier teams, then maybe it would be easier to do. But hey, without weak spot, it's been a struggle, but at least I was able to get that to work. And also let's have a look at the profit. So again, for this one, the discs that I'll be using are these. Again, I don't want to have stacking offense, I don't want to have Zealous Ambition disc. I just want to stall this battle out as long as I can, so that I can get profit out as many times as possible. I do have Booming Voice at this point, so I decided just to slap Booming Voice on it as well, so I can also farm lots of Booming Voice attempts in this one, because we'll just let it time out. So what we'll be doing for the global profit feat is we're going to be hitting the mini boss in Sector 1, because they don't have AoEs, and this is going to be helping us out, because I'll be going out with my low gear Captain Ithano, and the abilities to look out for is you have to get his leadership to level 8, which I believe is an Omega, is not a Zeta. And then he's here unique, you need to get it up to level 4. Because with level 8 leadership, he'll be able to keep getting profit, but you only get maximum 5 stacks of profit. That's why you need here level 4 on his unique, so then he can remove profit, and then he can again start gaining it. So these are the 2 key abilities for Ithano. And then we are going in here with you just need tanks. Like in this account, as you can see, I don't have any GL tanks, otherwise GL tanks would be a good option. But I do have Malak, Kylo Ren, Unmask, and as well Malgus, because all 3 of these are immune to health-based damage, so the big hit from Seer won't do anything to them. And of course we need Watt for his shenanigans with tech to help keep our guys alive. So what I'll do first, I'll put a tank tech first on Malgus, because Malgus is immune to healing immunity. So then if Rey puts healing immunity on him, like if she would put healing immunity on Kylo or Malak, they potentially could eventually be taken down. But with Malgus in there, he's immune to healing immunity, so Rey will waste. Unfortunately, she did put it on Malak there, but it's fine. What I'll do, I'll first, so the weapon tech goes on Ithano, so he's getting as many turns as possible. And then finally I'll put Mad Pack on Malak when I get another chance with Watt. As you can see here, we're already farming Booming Voice attempts with Ithano. So I'll kind of knock out 2 feats here at the same time, Profit and Booming Voice. But I wasn't able to get it, spoiler alert, in 1 battle. I had to do it in 2. Finally, Mad Pack on Malak, and now we just hit auto and let the battle time out. Just gonna speed up the footage. We don't want to be sitting here for 10 minutes. But you can see these guys, the 3 tanks, not caring about serious big hit, are constantly taunting. The enemy is constantly bouncing between their taunts. They actually did start killing guys off, so in the end I actually won the battle. Did not time out, but obviously if you would want to preserve stamina, you would want a timeout. And as you can see, in one battle I nearly completed the booming voice feat, kind of halfway with the profit, so I ran this one more time and I was able to knock both of these global feats out this way. And there you have it, guys. That's all for this video. All the kind of, low gear feats I was able to do here in my smaller account. I'll do a separate video for low gear boss battles, so be on the lookout for that one. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.